if nothing else, as a witch, we identify so much with people who are kept down, who are made to shut up and who are told you don't matter. And that's what witches have been for thousands of years. So we stand with those who are being told that now because it's not right,
Hey witches, welcome to Busy, Gritty, Inked and Witchy, a magical living podcast for the busy witch. I'm Morgan, eclectic witch of almost 25 years, Avalon priestess, and busy witch. Here we'll talk all things witchy, from current metaphysical happenings to my busy witch tips and tricks, and everything in the in-between. This podcast is my personal journey, filled with my knowledge, opinions, and unique way of looking at the world. Join me as I weave the magical and the mundane in every episode.
Hey witches, welcome back to Busy, Gritty, Inked and Witchy. I'm Morgan, and today this is going to be extremely short. We are in the middle of gem showing. It's a little crazy here. The world is crazy. So much has been going on in not only the world, but locally in the United States. It's just crazy times, and because of the gem show schedule that we've been running, where we pretty much go to the gem shows 6 days a week. I did not have time to, I have an amazing episode for next week. Amazing episode. I'm in the middle of, working it out and everything, but I was like, I won't be able to pull it together for this week's episode. But I didn't want to leave you all hanging. I know a lot of you do listen weekly and you look forward to it. So I don't really know what I'm going to talk about, but I'm only going to be here for a couple of minutes. I think the main thing that I would like to focus on is, with the craziness of the world today, I personally have found it very helpful. I've spent the last few weeks redoing my bedroom, not like major redoing, just like putting little accents here and there that really make it comfortable, because my bedroom is my home. It's my cave. Okay. It is my sacred space, which I have a sacred space, but my bedroom is like my little cave. That's what I call it. And so in times like this, where not only do we have a lot going on because of the Tucson Gem Show, but the world just seems heavy right now, it's very important for you to keep yourself grounded and check in with yourself and practice self-care, especially if you are a person who is out there actively working against some of the atrocities that are happening in the United States right now, okay? I also do want to take a moment. I don't talk about it a lot on social media, just because I also want the Ink Goddess Creations social media to be a safe place for people who want to escape a little bit. We're being inundated by what is happening in the United States, with the current administration, with ICE, with everything. We're being inundated by it from all different angles, every single angle, every single minute of the day. And I understand that, especially for witches, that can be very overwhelming because a lot of us are empaths. Okay. So I've always kind of said that my social media and even as a business, I wasn't going to get political. I get religious. I talk about religion all the time. That's our business. But there's politics, and that's something I don't really talk about. But here's the thing. Politics is overlapping into loss of human life, and that's not cool. And if nothing else, as a witch, we identify so much with people who are kept down, who are made to shut up and who are told you don't matter. And that's what witches have been for thousands of years. So we stand with those who are being told that now because it's not right, and I understand that by actually taking a stand, I heard a thing, it was on Selling Sunset of all places. They said silence is compliance. And I was like, fuck. So while I'm not actively posting, let's face it, I'm not actively posting on social media, period. But Because I'm not actively posting about my beliefs and where I stand, it doesn't mean I don't stand. Okay. So I do want to take this podcast, this episode today, to let you all know that the loss of human life is absolutely horrible, and that is not justified. There is nothing that justifies what's happening out there. Okay. And more so than that, not even more so, but like sideways to that is this whole thing that like we're flat out being lied to. And like we're watching the videos, we're seeing what happens. And then the official statements that come out are like, no, you didn't see that. And we're like, excuse me, I hate being gaslit. So that's what's going on, is not only are there absolutely horrible things happening in the United States, but then we have people telling us that didn't happen. And I'm like, excuse me, I saw the footage. Like, no, you didn't. No, that's not what happened there. And that's where I'm just like, eventually, I do believe that accountability will be had at some point. I believe in karma. I believe in things needing to be balanced, and the pendulum has swung way too far over into onto one side right now. So, I do want to take this moment to say, this podcast episode to let you all know that I do not stand beside anyone who thinks that the loss of human life is fine and that that's the cost of getting the job done. That's bullshit. Okay. I even posted on Friday an amazing spell on social media, using ice, like the frozen water ice. And I've actually had a lot of people who have been like, why did you say frozen water? It's called ice. Well, a lot of people are being silenced right now for using the word ice. Okay. Even if they are talking about frozen water. So in order to reach more witches, in order to make sure that the message gets across, you have to find loopholes. And as an Aquarius, I love a good loophole. So, if you are active out there, please take care of yourself and take care of those around you. Stay hydrated, stay protected. If you are a witch, it sounds stupid because we have these real world problems going on, but you can also infuse magic into it. So you can carry things like black tourmaline and smoky quartz and hematite to help you stay grounded and focused and protected. If you are staying at home, and you want to do something, but you can't physically do anything, start looking up some charities that you can donate to if you have the means to, or if nothing else, just understand that whatever energy you are putting out there helps and goes to the collective. So even if you are just lighting some candles or, saying some spells, we're doing whatever you can, it helps. Okay. Take care of yourself. That's another thing. I will say it again, because I know I have said it a lot of times. I don't think it's healthy to stay glued to the television if you're not going to do anything about it. Because then you're just causing yourself pain and suffering. I know you think that you're doing good because you're keeping up with the, what's happening in the world, and you're keeping, tabs on it. But if it's causing you so much anxiety that you can't function right now and you're not doing anything about it, then keeping such close tabs on it is only hurting you. So I've said it before in the past, you have control over your energy. You have control over how you perceive things. You have control over how you react to things. So if you're not using this as fuel for a fire, to work and to help the collective and to work towards something, if you're not using it as fuel for fire, then you're using it as fuel to just drive yourself crazy. And that's not good either. No one is going to judge you if you turn off your television, okay? No one is going to judge you if you don't know what's happening every second of the day, because we've all seen things can be one way in the morning, but by the afternoon, they're completely different, So always keep yourself in mind and your self-care in mind, and that includes mental self-care. If you need to turn off the television and turn on your favorite comfort show or favorite comfort movie, then do that. Okay. also please understand that a lot of businesses, a lot of people aren't speaking up. And I do, that silence is compliance really hit me. Um, because I thought that by not saying anything, it was just me not staying neutral, because the loss of human life and the bullshit and the gaslighting is horrible. It's fucking bullshit. Okay. But I've always said I don't want to get political, on social media, and I do have a business platform. So sometimes I figure I have to be careful of what I say, but then I figure if anybody right now is getting super fucking pissed off at what I'm saying, you're not resonating with me. So it is time for me to say something, to speak out. Like I said, there's a great spell on Instagram where you can, it's one that I use, a banishing spell using ice. I've used it before, like for other things, and it was just like it popped into my head when I was talking to Texas Megan one morning. I was like, oh my God, I could totally share this banishing spell with people, because I've used ice for banishing spells before. So, but anyway, I think I started off by saying I redid my bedroom over the last couple of weeks to make it a cave. It is my safe space. I cleansed it. I burnt incense in there. I light candles. It is my place where I can fully ground and give back to, allow everything to detox and kind of give back to Mother Earth. She knows what to do with the energy. Okay. So I know it's cold. Get outside, put your feet directly onto the ground, or put your hands directly on the ground, and allow that energy, the confusion, the chaos, everything. If you're not going to use it for magic, which I highly recommend, just give it back to the Mother Earth and allow her to ground you. Okay. Take care of yourself right now. Take care of those around you and those who you love. And yeah, I think that's all I have. Look, we hit over 10 minutes, so. But I just wanted to let you all know that I'm here. We're super, super busy right now. Also, just another small little announcement. I'm no longer on TikTok. That got real bad. And this new ownership and this new, if you're not watching on YouTube, quote unquote, American algorithm is used to silence witches, silence people speaking up. It's horrible. So I'm no longer on TikTok. Like, my account is there, but if you go there, you'll see a post that says I'm no longer on TikTok. I'm still on Instagram, still on YouTube. Facebook, not so much, but it's there. It's active. So leave me a comment. Let me know, what you're doing or not doing. Let me know if this episode was helpful for you. Anything like that. We've got to stand together right now. And even if I'm not one of the loudest voices out there, because I believe that there are louder voices than me, and I want them to speak. That's my thing. There are other people involved, other stores, other speakers, other, metaphysical businesses. Their voices should be heard right now over mine. And that is another reason why I will share their stuff on social media, because they have more stake in this than I do, as far as, what is happening. So I want them to be heard, So I will continue to share in stories on Instagram. But yeah, let me know what you think of this episode, what you're doing. Take care of yourself out there. And I don't know if there'll be any Patreon bonus content. This isn't one of those episodes where, I'm kind of plugging stuff or anything. I'm just here to let you know that shit's gotten real out there in the real world. If you are feeling it, completely understandable. If you are not feeling it because you've closed yourself off, that is understandable too. Okay? No, there's no right or wrong here, as far as like how you're processing the shit happening in the world. Okay? So you take care of yourself and those who you love, and I will see you all next week. Bye.